So, quick little story. I know I've been posting a lot of videos in regards to like trainings and like a lot of like agency stuff on how to get started with making money with like online businesses and leveraging AI and all this cool stuff. Before you guys literally attack me in the comment section about what that title means, I'm gonna stand on it. And I was actually thinking, like, do I actually talk about this? Do I not talk about this? I don't want to hurt some feelings. I don't want to ruffle feathers that don't need to be ruffled. But I feel like if I had known this a lot earlier, I would have stopped bullshitting myself in regards to exactly what it takes to make those strides and escape velocity, or a lot of you youngsters literally say escape the matrix, right? So how do you do it? We'll talk about that, but I'm going to tell you exactly why 99% of you are going to fail if you do exactly the opposite of what I tell you in this video. So let me repeat that again. 99% of you guys will fail if you guys continue doing the things that are not kind of a concept of what I'm talking about here in this video, okay? Because it took me a while before I actually started to hit scale in my business, okay? And we'll talk about that now. So the reason why a lot of entrepreneurs do not make it in business and throw in the towel, file for bankruptcy, or literally go back to getting a job again is because of their pain tolerance, okay? The threshold that is required in order for you to actually be successful as an entrepreneur. Let's just skip, let's just completely get rid of the idea of being an AI agency owner. Let's just say that you want to become independent. You want to start making money. You want to quit your job, all that good stuff. A lot of you do not have that pain tolerance and the threshold in order to continue to keep going forward. So I was actually just with my buddy, and he had a little bit of an obstacle that he hit with his business, and significant obstacle to face. And a lot of people, if they had kind of gone through what he went through, they would actually quit. But he understands the formula. The more information and more response you get from the market, and the more that you find that you are maybe losing, or you found that something just didn't work in your favor, a lot of people take that as a general loss. It's not really a loss. It's actually data. It's a lesson. It's insights. And it allows you to spot a trend of what not to do next time. So you can prepare yourself to not have that same outcome occur in your business. Why I feel like 99% of the individuals that enter the space literally just quit is because they buy into a program that teaches them exactly what to do and what they need to do to start, but they don't actually engineer executives. And what I mean by that is that they're not engineering the right habits. They're not registering the right psychology and insights that actually require you to be a high velocity, highly intentional entrepreneur, okay? This is not as easy as, hey, I'm gonna go and throw in XYZ media agency in my Instagram bio. I threw up a couple of posts. Now I'm a CEO. That's not how this works, right? You have to have real things that you're doing. So let's just put it into a real scenario over here. I'll talk about my personal experience on why I felt like I was literally this close. Literally this close to failing. And literally this draws me back to when I was actually driving a dump truck. And I'll tell you guys a story now. So I was driving this dump truck. I was waking up at 4 a.m. and I was coming back to my yard at, maybe 3 to 4:30 p.m. And I would do that, and then I would go back to do a night shift and start that entire process all over again. So I'd be doing double rotations. And I did that for over, I'd say, a year and a half. And the pain was so high because I was constantly behind this wheel. And every time I would see that, when I went to downtown Toronto, by the way, I live in Canada, I'm Canadian. When I was doing these construction jobs and I was waking up in the morning and I saw that I was sitting in this commercial dump truck, It wasn't the cleanest. It wasn't the most comfortable, and it definitely wasn't where I wanted to be. But when I saw this one moment where I saw someone that kind of looked like he was my age, but he was driving a really, really nice BMW. Okay, BMW is not my favorite car, but nonetheless, it was a nice BMW. In fact, it was a 7 Series, completely blacked out. And if you like cars, you kind of know exactly what that aesthetic is. So think about it. It's 4 a.m. in the morning. You get to Toronto by 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I'm literally up. I'm having my double, my Tim Hortons, and I'm looking at this person right now, driving into a parking lot so he can get into his corporate office, or like he's probably doing some corporate job. I'm like, this guy's here really, really early. But I'm like, more than anything, I'm like, it'd be cool to be him. And when I was looking at somebody else, I'm like, wow, it'd be nice to be sitting in that car right now and getting a salary, and I don't have to actually operate anything like a heavy vehicle. Like, it would be nice to trade places with that guy, or nonetheless, maybe have the opportunity to be in his shoes. And I had that mindset for I think a couple of weeks when I was looking at other people. I was registering, okay, cool, this is what other people are doing. They're coming to the city of Toronto to actually do work. Like they're literally partaking in this corporate cycle, right? And I almost wanted to be like them. I'm like, wow, that'd be super cool. And I'll tell you what, the pain threshold was so high that I really needed to figure out a way in order to get myself out of the position that I was stuck behind this wheel. Like, I literally could not leave this vehicle. I had to sit in this passenger seat, right? So what I'm trying to explain to you guys is that if you cannot understand exactly where you are and be completely accepting of it, and you're not able to understand the gap between what other people are doing and how they're kind of like, they've created their structure to their day-to-day, it's because they've done things to generally get there. That person didn't just get that car because he was given the keys. I'm sure that didn't happen. I'm sure that he didn't just get handed that job as well too. And I'm sure that, like, again, a lot of the things that I saw in regards to how he was positioning himself wasn't by luck. Similar to the way that I'm making this video 5 years ahead now, and I'm literally in my dream truck, literally just like speaking this all into fruition and doing the things I'm actually doing. But nonetheless, let's skip back to where I was talking about, is how do you map out where you are and where the other person is, and how do you take full accountability of that gap, right? And the reason why I say 99% of you guys won't actually make it is because you still haven't figured out where you're at right now, okay? And a lot of you individuals, right, will not engineer your daily habits so you can actually create a quantum structure on how you can increase the chances of you getting those outcomes. So it wasn't luck that I was able to quit my 9-to-5. It was because I had a spreadsheet of med spas, dentists, law firms that I was literally calling while I was picking up like hundreds and hundreds, if not 1,000 pounds plus of like dirt. And I'm literally looking at a spreadsheet in my dump truck. I have no experience in sales, and I'm literally calling business owners, and I'm doing that for over 90 days with no results. I mean, absolutely no results. Like, I did not book a single appointment. 90% of the people laughed and just didn't call me back, or just literally said, hey, leave your email or send us an email. And that happened for 90 days straight. I did that from Monday to Friday. I did that for 2 to 3 hours daily as I'm driving a dump truck, and there's this crazy noise in the background of like, I don't know, like it's just a crazy echo, right? You'll know, for anyone that's sat in a commercial vehicle, you'll know how loud they are on the inside of the cab. So imagine doing that and trying to book an appointment. I had over 100+ rejections. My belief system was like literally this much. But guess what? My pain threshold was so high, like so high, anything was better than actually sitting behind that freaking seat. I could not see myself being somebody that was going to sell my time so I can bring back dirt from like one city to the other. I just could not accept that at all, right? Getting back to pain threshold and how you measure it and how successful people actually really reach a tremendous scale is because they come from experiences and they come from a place mentally and physically that they will never ever want to go back to. A lot of you people think that this entire entrepreneurial journey is fun. It's great. Don't get me wrong, guys. I absolutely love it. Today, I'll happily say I'll never ever trade my shoes for anybody else. I don't care how famous, how rich, because I just know where I'm heading and I know the things that I'm doing right now, and it's engineered to bring out the best in me and the best in everyone else on my team and the people I work with. So for me now, I'm just giving you guys a gap. The reason why you guys will not succeed is because you have not yet taken accountability for every single action that you guys do on a daily basis. Okay? So if you're watching this video right now, you're like, wow, this guy's like being really, really aggressive right now and he's just laying it all out. It's the truth. I find that there's so many people that ask me, hey, Umar, how do you start an online agency? Oh, that looks easy. Like, you make it look easy. Yeah, it's because I've been doing it for 5 years. I've done thousands of reps and I've actually shown up when I literally want to pull my hair out. And I know a lot of you won't do that. But what I will find is that the people that are watching this video right now are literally in a position where they're either vulnerable or they're taking accountability now. They're realizing, or you're realizing right now, like, hey, whoa, this guy's super intense. He's still intense towards his own, goals, and he's laying it all out for you to understand. So what I really feel like the takeaway for this entire video is that if you do not first take 100% accountability of yourself and what you do, where you're at, and then you cannot map out where you want to go and what those daily habits need to look like in order for you to come out of the situation that you're in right now. Maybe you don't like the offer you created. Maybe you hate that job you're currently working right now. Maybe you ran a business before and it didn't work out and you want to go back into doing things and you're stuck with all these limiting beliefs and shitty habits that are literally holding you back right now. Okay? So the way I put it and the way I understand is that there's absolutely no one coming to save you. I'm letting you know that. Yeah, cool. I'm here to help, people start their businesses. But again, I'm not the one that's going to make the decision. You are. Anyone that chooses to work with us at our accelerator, at our AI agency launch program, they literally watch hours of content. They plan, they premeditate, they take action, and they book calls. They know what they want. And those are the people that we strive to work with. But for the people that are still figuring it out, it's okay. But what I'm trying to ground here is that everything you see on social media, like all these influencers, entrepreneurs, celebrities, like they're just showing you the end outcome. If you see everything that went to kind of get to that point, you will literally be like, that person actually deserves to be exactly where they're at right now. Okay? So again, the reason why 99% of you guys will fail is if you fail to actually identify what you're doing on a daily basis and you don't correct your self-image and your habits. Very upfront. The moment you do take accountability, the moment that you do take accountability and you are intentional with everything you do today, whether it's follow-ups, whether it's making marketing content, finishing that funnel, getting through the last application batch for closers, or maybe even just putting in that resignation letter. The moment every day you guys delay these things, you're putting a gap between the day that you finally feel like you've actually hit that line where you're like, whoa, I've actually achieved a lot of the things that I wanted to do. And there's a reason why a lot of people our age, and I'm again 20, I'm 27. I've been doing this for 5 years, but I know 16-year-olds and 17-year-olds that are running laps around me. Why? Because they do not bullshit themselves. They take action, and they're literally doing the things on a consistent basis, and they've escaped velocity. And I admire that, and I love that. And for the people that are here right now, they're like, whoa, this is like a pretty big jab. I hope it was. And my intention is not to ruffle any feathers. I'm trying to help people realize that I'm here choosing to make this video. Why? Because I'm trying to get across a message. I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel, or I'm trying to, again, get the right people to look at my story. So maybe it might be possible that we might work with one another, or I might just spark enough in you guys where you might just start making that business plan, start preparing to get into a position where you are getting ready to, take action. So that's the purpose of this video. And again, 99% of you guys will fail if you do exactly the opposite of what I spoke about in this video. And 99% of you guys will succeed the moment that you accept where you are and where you want to go, and you take all the actions necessary on a daily basis to continue to move forward. That day alone, when you decide to take accountability and you actually take action, guess what? Doesn't matter how much money you make in your lifetime, that day you are a success. That specific day that you take accountability and you know exactly how this process works, and you're like, cool, I'm the one that's gonna make it happen. I'm gonna take action. No one's coming to save me. That's the day that you are a success, okay? And then everything else starts coming from that process, all right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a tremendous amount of other trainings literally already recorded. I'm like, you know what? Let me be real. Let me not bore my audience with just random stuff. This is just something that I feel like I can just get on the camera, switch it on. I literally just grabbed a cold brew. Again, it's not Starbucks. We got Tim Hortons here up in the north. And I just thought I wanted to shoot this video, right? I'm sitting here in my truck. I took out literally 20 minutes to shoot this, and I love to do it. And I hope to share more content with you guys. There's a lot more coming. So if you liked it, comment, subscribe. And if you feel like you're in a position where you want to learn about how we can help you start, scale, launch your own AI agency with our proven frameworks that literally helped me gather over $2 million in cash collected. This week alone, we did around $15,000 in cash collected, over $20,000 in contracted clients right now. And it's completely on a cold basis. We haven't even launched our acquisition channels. So if you want to know exactly how I do it, I probably just focus on making that the next video. But if you want help and you want to know whether or not you're a good fit, I'm actually doing one-on-one launches. So we already have proven offers, proven funnels, and processes that can literally have you start and scale your own AI agency and literally make $10,000 per month with really the most simplest frameworks. And I'm only working with select people. So if you feel like that's a good fit for you and you want to learn more about it, I actually have a free training that I'm going to clip in the comment section and in the bio of our YouTube channel as well. So if you want that training, click on it, and then you can book a call to work with us, and we'll see if it makes sense. And again, we'll see you on the next training. Take care.